one kickboxer who hasn't decided to go down the MMA route, still very famous, almost as famous as you, Andrew Tate. Have you been surprised to see the route he's gone down? Did you know him when he was around the kickboxing world?
Not when he was kickboxing, no. There was just a time, maybe like a few months ago, before I got canceled. Can't cancel anyone. Yeah, he just started to pop up on my Instagram and on my YouTube, and I was just like, who the f*** is this guy? But then, listening to guys like Andrew Schultz talk about the smart system he did, I'm paraphrasing, but he paid people to like post or make pages about him and just flood the internet. If he created that marketing strategy, that's pretty, that's a genius way to get, because he was on everybody's page. I never really followed his career as a kickboxer, and I don't know what he's doing now.
Are you a fan of his? Like, you see his posts, everyone sees his posts all over the place. Are you a fan of his? Would you train with him if you offered or anything like that? He's been around, Leon Edwards, other champions in the UFC.
Oh yeah, I saw him in Dubai. Yeah, people were going at Funk Master for that, and I was like, you can't hang out with people. What the fuck? I mean, if he shows respect, I show respect. I'm not a guy. I take things at face value. I've never met him in my life, so I have no anything with him. But some of his message I can understand people didn't like, but I've heard some of it, and I feel he delivers it in a different way. I like Jordan Peterson. He gets the same message across, but without the bravado. I like bravado. I like the style, but I think Jordan Peterson gets the same message across like Andrew Tate, but he gets it across in a different way. Yeah.
Israel, just down here.
And then I know you're very analytical, and you know the way you size somebody up. When you sized up Andrew Tate, granted he's bigger than you, did you sense some realness there? Is he legit?
He's got some skill. I don't think he's the best guy. I mean, I think you could watch the tape and analyze his skill and his technique yourself. But he's got some talent. I mean, when he was doing it full time, I'm sure he looked a lot cleaner than he does now. And that happens with anybody. If you stop doing it for a certain amount of time, you're not going to look as good and as sharp. So I think now he just trains for a hobby, from what he was telling me, just to stay in shape, him and his brother and whoever he's around with. But top G.
Aljo, just one more for you. Earlier this week, on the heels of the Andrew Tate photos, a lot of Twitter backlash, things like that. Is there anything you want to clarify when it comes to that front, as far as anything you tweeted or the interpretation, anything like that? I just wanted to give you the opportunity.
Yeah. So I quote tweeted somebody that said what everybody else was saying, that they were coming down on me for it. And I was agreeing with the tweet. And I said, you're right. I 100% agree with you that Andrew Tate should not ever say that it's the responsibility of a victim. So people that were coming at me were completely wrong. And I was trying to explain that you misread the tweet. And then it would show me the same tweet. I'm like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. You are misreading the tweet because I'm quoting and I'm agreeing. I am on your side. I have 14 plus sisters. I love my mom. I would never tell my mom, if anything like that happened to them, that it's your fault. That's just the craziest thing to ever say to anybody. That's like if you're in the hood and you're walking down a nice neighborhood or something and you're a person of color and you get shot because you have a hoodie on, that I'm telling you is your fault because you're walking down the street. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would I ever blame the victim? No, it's the person that's not taking the time to understand, So the clarity on that is, I never victim blamed anybody. I think that's just the craziest thing to even make an assumption like that. And if you don't understand what I said, ask me to clarify. Don't start jumping the gun and start throwing labels and shit like that. I think people are really crazy. And I think that's the problem with the world today. We're so quick to condemn people instead of actually giving each other a chance to reason and analyze what people are saying versus assuming and just making a judgment and being completely wrong. That's just the world that we live in today. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.